Don't touch that mouse, because when we come back, we take a look at the college student edition of Cribz, witness a mock disaster, and learn what love is, just to name a few, for a super cool performance by cool guy Brad Robinson. Stay tuned. I'm your host, Roya Nouraei-kya, and this is my co-host,
And I'm cool guy Brad Robinson. In today's episode of The Journal, we will feature some awesome stories produced by our own team at Centennial College.
First up is a fun and exciting student edition of Cribz with Ryan Drummond. Take it away, Ryan.
Hey there, this is Ryan Drummond for The Journal, and I'm doing a Centennial College Cribz style. I'm going to go check out two friends of mine, Steve and Kean's place, to see what it's like to live like students when you live by yourself. Let's go take a look.
Welcome to the place.
To the place, okay. So here we are. They're going to show us around their house. So, let's see what's going on here.
Got the kitchen in here. Cook up all delicious meals. So Steve, hard at work. Hi. Hard at work. And the fridge. Here we go. What we like to eat. Cribz angles, that's what's up. We also got this beautiful poster here. It's a famous one from the words of Evan Wheatley. Smooth taste.
Smooth taste.
Very famous smooth taste. In the words of Evan Wheatley. Alright, we got here, over here, and empties over here, stashes. Anything else? We got the TV and the speakers where we blare our party music. There. Oh yeah, we get it pumping. It's a study. Got Steve's huge DVD collection here, top to bottom. Get a wide shot of that. We got some favorites over here. Oh yeah, some good ones. Didn't have anything lined up. Here we go, Orange County. Here's a funny one. I like to watch this over and 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 over. Alright, let's make our way upstairs to the bedrooms.
Alright, so this is down here. We're going to take a look upstairs and see what's going on up there. Let's take a look.
Come to the room on the left. This is where all the study magic happens. Alright, got posters, stuff to keep me distracted while I work.
So we have Steve Putt over here. Tell us, Steve, what room is this?
Oh, this is my friend. This is the jam / beanbag room. This is where I jam. This is where I beanbag.
Alright, so right now we're gonna have Steve. Right now we're gonna have Steve. He's gonna show us because this is his jam session room.
So magic happens.
Where his magic happens. So
Things kind of broken.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You heard that? Beats. That was some great stuff. For all you at home who are watching, amazing stuff. As you can see, So we're gonna go around and show you some more of their house.
This is my room or whatever. This is where I sleep. That's where I'm gonna move. That's where I do homework. Alright.
Got any questions,
I have a
Steve?
Homer Simpson thing on the wall. It's pretty cool. I mean, Bart. Yeah. Kind of like a whole school theme.
So explain to us, Steve, for us watching right now, what's with the whole school thing?
I'm in school currently, so that'd be it.
Oh, okay, all right, I like that. So I noticed you have a Tom Hanks Forrest Gump poster on the wall.
Yeah, kind of to go with the Hollywood theme. Like, you know, I don't want to be an actor, but I'd like to be like that guy who made the movie. So reminders everywhere, man.
Right, of course.
Right.
All right. As we've seen so far, we have the Jam beanbag room. We have Steve's room. We have Kian's room. And we're going to continue to see the rest of the house.
If I turn the light on, it's going to sound really jet engine-y from the fan. Do you want that? Alright. This is the bathroom! I'm just kidding. Right there is Buddha. If you rub him on the belly 3 times counterclockwise, good luck will happen or whatever.
Serious?
I've been told, actually, yeah. Have faith in Buddha, man.
Have faith in Buddha, he says. I've always wondered, Steve, you ever noticed that you and Buddha kind of look alike?
Yeah. Thanks a lot, man.
That's totally not a fat joke.
Yo, you smell this new cologne I got off? I stuttered you.
I got thundered? So, I'd like to ask you two. Starting with you, Steve. What do you do for food?
I usually eat on Pave Avenue or the Danforth. I rarely go grocery shopping. It's a Pave and Danforth kind of thing.
A lot of good food along the Pape and Danforth?
Nah, just, you know, it keeps you alive.
Keeps you alive. Good to know, okay.
Danforth's got some really good food, really good Greek food and stuff. And good culture, just different culture food everywhere, so that's good. Okay.
And Kian, I'd like to ask you, how about yourself? How do you live?
I like to make some things here. I go downstairs every once in a while. There's good food on the Danforth, like Steve said. So downstairs is pretty rocking sometimes.
Ask you two, why did you guys decide to live here?
I'm here for the beer and the bitches, man.
It's right beside the school.
30-second walk, tops.
30 seconds, wow. 30 seconds. A 30-second walk away from the school. It's a great place to live. And there you have it. The life of a student. Alcohol, no parents, women. What else could you ask for? It's the best thing ever. So, for all you watching at home, make your decision. Live with parents or live by yourself. This has been Centennial College, Cribz style.
Welcome back, everyone. So relatable, ain't it? Next up, we have a quirky experiment Paolo conducted amongst 2 groups of people under the influence of different substances. Get your beer goggles on and have a look.
Welcome to the Journal Game Show. For today, we have the drunks versus the stoners. So you know what it is about, right? Drunks versus the stoners.
It's like the mandarin over here.
Whoa! It's more than a rainbow. It's a double rainbow. Do that too, man. Yeah, you probably know.
I know, go downstairs.
Oh my god, we have to Duh.
Oh, I'm done, man. Stop freaking killing me.
I'm sick the fastest.
Catching it.
We have to catch eggs.
If it's an egg
We have to
toss,
catch
God.
eggs.
Oh, it's an egg. Oh my god.
Alright, for our first challenge, we are doing the leg race. So, alright, the leg race. Basically, the team will be tied together, all three of them, and will race all the way to the pole and back to the starting point. Whoever gets to the starting point first will win this challenge. Alright, let's see how it goes.
Let's go! Let's go!
Winner! The Drunks.
We won!
So how did you feel about this challenge?
I feel dizzy.
You do?
It's cutting me.
Really?
Cutting me.
Okay, I think they're done. Now we move on to the next challenge.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Intoxicated.
So the throwers will throw the eggs at the spooners, which is and I mean not
At me.
that's
Okay. I'll be ready.
Shades
I have,
and
I
Mr.
have,
Pink.
I have,
Shades and Mr. Pink needs to put the egg on their spoon, run over there, and come back, and then run back again. Once they're there, they throw it at the catchers.
We have to catch eggs.
The catchers have to keep the eggs. They can't put it on the floor. Just keep it with them. And we'll keep on going until everyone has their eggs, alright?
We have to catch eggs.
Alright, on your marks, get set, go!
Catch the egg.
It's in my pack.
I think they're getting it now, but it's the end of the game, so what's the point? Let's count Table's eggs.
It's time to lay these eggs. It's time to lay these eggs. One.
Yep, 1,
Two.
2,
Three.
3.
1, 2, 3.
That's all you have?
No.
4,
5.
5,
6. My drawer's here. And
6.
None of them are broken.
None are broken. Now let's see. Oh, okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 0.
Alright, well, you gotta clean that egg up.
Alright, so looks like the Drunks won. And I don't think the Stoners were really trying to work and do their best. So, oh well, looks like this experiment shows how the Drunks really care about the competition and the Stoners. Just look at them. What more can I say? This is me, Juan, Paolo saying goodbye, the journal. Thanks for watching.
Wow, that looked mighty difficult to handle. Some of those individuals went berserk, right, Brad?
Only because they're lightweights compared to myself, Roya. They don't live like rock stars. I think it's time that we all have a breather to check out this promo for next week's show. Don't go away, or I'll find you.
We are Projects.
Welcome back. Louis Icabales ran around Toronto to take a look at some of the best attractions that the city has to offer. What did he find? Well, let's find out.
science preservation. So right now we're at Riverdale Farm. We're gonna look at some animals.
Hi.
Oh, that's so cute. Let's go. Alright, so right now we're at the boardwalk at Woodbine Beach, and right now we're just gonna go for a peaceful stroll. Nice shot. Did you see that? Just keep that. Too bad the sun isn't there. Where is it? Look here. Look right and left. Right and left. Wait.
I must agree with Lewis. These places are the coolest places to check out when you have the time. And I should know because I am the professor of coolology.
Brad, I'm going to let you finish, right? But I just want to let everybody know watching at home that I, Ryan Drummond, had the best journal piece of all time. Recently, a mock disaster was hosted by Centennial College in association with future paramedics, and Carl John was on the scene. Let's take a look. Swag, swag, swag.
Good morning, I'm Peter Armstrong. This is World Report. We begin with the federal election campaign.
Well, it's just another gorgeous morning in the city of Toronto. Or is it? Right now in the city's East End, a horrific disaster is unfolding. Emergency personnel from across the region are frantically rushing to the scene. An explosion has led to a major fire in a 25-story apartment building. Hundreds are injured, unknown numbers killed, and up to 1,000 displaced from their homes. Upon arriving on scene, the situation is absolutely chaotic. Well, that's the setup, but luckily the situation is not real, this time. But for hundreds of volunteers, professionals, and students from Centennial, U of T, and McMaster, this mock disaster is an opportunity to see how well healthcare and psychosocial support teams can self-organize to provide care to the victims affected by an explosion and major fire.
It's important to hold events like this. It's hard to get all these people together, but it's important because when the real situation happens, you need to be prepared. You actually have to So people might have plans on paper, but it's actually important to be able to run through it and see how it actually works out. So today, after they go through the debrief, they'll talk about some of the areas that need to be improved, some of the areas that were done well, and then they'll learn from this so that when real time comes, unfortunately if it does come, that we're actually prepared for the scenario. And like I said, the patient care goal is always patience. The patient care is always the goal. So the best way to improve it is to always be ready for it and to practice it.
All I can say is, and we are going to start soon, is just go with the flow, okay? If it's not there, think outside the box, make it happen, okay?
You'll get your answers from the And there's also patients helping other patients. That happens a lot too, where strangers are helping each other. So just try and think of that.
It was very realistic what they did. Just because I could, being a paramedic student, I could kind of put myself on their side. And I'm like, yeah, I probably would do the same thing too. And the way they were handling it, I thought was very good. I was trying to give them a hard time, like being as realistic as possible, yelling at them, cussing at them, and trying to just make them feel bad, right?
In recess that needs to go to ICU,
Yeah.
so you need to come. Is adult patient, I imagine?
Pardon me?
Adult?
Yeah.
So you need to take this back, have nurse fill it in.
Okay.
When you have that filled in, come back in and talk to Patricia here.
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll figure out where to go.
One of the first clients we came in actually had a MI, which is a myocardial infarction, so a heart attack. And we actually have, we have to run all sorts of tests on that patient and determine. You get them, a bolus of medications to see what's going to actually help with the situation. And what ends up happening is we actually stabilized that patient and we're able to actually send them to the ICU for further treatment. For example, we had another patient who actually delivered a baby right here in the hospital. And again, you have to be prepared for that kind of stuff.
So let's say the pediatrics is
He's been going on for about 10 minutes now.
What's my airway now?
It's very poor.
Okay, just I need a bigger bed now.
God forbid, if a disaster were to happen, like all of these separate units, the nursing, the EMS, the police, fire, all have to work as a cohesive unit. So if they have no experience with each other, it won't function well, right? Because all these services are in place so that in case of a disaster, everything will still function normally.
Overall, I think it was great to watch everybody working together. You didn't see anybody yelling at each other. You didn't see people, taking things personally. You just saw people, if someone needed help, they would call. If they needed a physician, they'd call a physician. They needed an RN, the RN would come, So it was, like I said, the goal is for intercollaboration, professional intercollaboration, to have all of these people from different professions, we all go to school for different things, but to come together and actually work together on something like this is, it's, like I said, the purpose is for better patient care when it actually happens.
That looks intense yet fun with all the actors playing mock victims. It's a wonder what paramedics, firefighters, and even police are willing to put themselves through to keep us safe. They are true heroes. Next up, we have Raymond Josef, who spoke to the lead guitarist of the band Deep Fried Squad about his experience of being in a band. Let's take a look.
I am Raymond Joseph, here for the Journal. If you saw my last documentary, you will have known that I play drums. Today we will be talking to Chris Lee and myself about our band, Deep Fried Squad. Let's take a look.
My name is Christopher Lee. I'm 21. I go to McMaster University, and I love playing guitar. Initially, it was just music for just having fun, and I started meeting more people who also enjoyed music, and I started getting into bands, and that kind of pushed me to start writing something. Most people try to take emotion and put lyrics, which is the most common thing you see. Well, I used to write lyrics when I was younger, but not anymore because I feel not quite the poet. So I try to take that same emotion, but put it into like a guitar riff. Because sometimes I always hear something from a song, like before the singer starts singing, I already feel the emotion of the song. Like the first drum beat, the first bass line, the first guitar riff. I try to do that same thing with my own songs.
Now the way it usually works is, Chris writes melodies, he does it on his guitar, he emails them to me through manuscript or MIDI, and then he usually adds a little drum part, but that's just for the sake of him hearing the entire thing. And I tweak it like crazy because Chris uses very basic beats for our music pieces, and I just elaborate. Then I send it back to him, we give feedback to each other. It's a good, fun experience.
Are there any negatives to using like a MIDI program when it comes to like the band thing?
Yeah, as someone who plays guitar a lot, you can tell that MIDI sound is not the same. Yeah, it's good for getting the idea of how a song will sound like. Especially if you write a song using only MIDI at first, which I sometimes do. Yeah, it's cool to have, but it's better to have the actual guitar with you. It's a good creative outlet. A lot of times I listen to music that I like one song I like, and I always say in my head, I wish I could make something like that, something that heavy or something, and then I try to imitate that kind of technique with my own songs. And it's also a good way to pass time between studying for engineering. It's a very heavy course though.
Deep Fried Squad is just a fun thing for me. I do the band because I love music, I love writing, and I love playing the drums. Like, granted I could use all that time that I put into my drums into writing scripts or perfecting my camera work or that kind of stuff, but you need a variety. You can't just do one thing your entire life. I'm glad we're not doing the band thing as a serious, like, trying to get gigs or trying to make it into a career, because that's a lot of stress. I've done tours before. It's a lot of all-nighters, it's a lot of jet lag, it's a lot of time away from your own bed. Would I be able to do it? Yeah, of course, but we've all, like, separated our own ways, and we still come together to this one mutual thing. We don't care if we make money off of this, we don't care if we get gigs, we just want to have fun. So let's face it, there's nothing more fun than creating music with a bunch of your buddies, right?
I remember my glory days. Up next, Joseph La Madrid asked the question, what is love?
Hi, my name is Maxie. And hi, my name is Shannon. We're here to do a documentary on love and romantic attraction, where we'll be finding out what people truly feel and want from relationships.
Love, okay, now, in order to love someone, you need to be able to communicate, you need to be able to understand them, you need to be able to, like, tolerate them in a sense, like, you gotta be able to work through hard things, little things, anything. So what love means to me is, like, whoever can do that and understand me, and I can understand them, and that I'm attracted to them, that's love.
Well, it's certainly a fun part of life. It's a great part of life, very positive and very exciting.
Love to me is dedication, commitment, and part of sacrifice and being not selfish, sacrificing part of yourself for someone else.
Now tell me, what is love?
Oh man.
Oh, come on.
Obviously looks. I mean, we are of a visual nature. I'm not gonna go up to somebody because they have a great personality. I don't know them, right? Like, I don't know, half the people walking these hallways right now. I mean, I'm gonna judge them based on what they look like. If you're gonna look like a slob, then You know, obviously I'm not going to come up to you. That is if we are talking about the whole love thing, right?
Maybe it's my personality because I'm so funny and sweet and cute girl. So I think everyone love me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What do I look for? That's a tough one. As a guy, you have to be hot.
I guess if they're outgoing.
Outgoing?
Yeah.
If you're speaking in terms of, you know, like in the type of relationship, I would say someone who is a bit assertive, someone who is confident in themselves, but isn't afraid to admit, you know, when they're wrong, when they've done something silly.
Yeah, to a certain degree.
Yeah.
I want someone who's really to get bored, but at the same time, you don't want someone who's so distant to you that you wouldn't like to date you. I don't want to go to a basketball game and she's not down with my life.
Yeah.
It may not last that long.
Yeah.
But still enough to do.
Okay. I like someone is very different from me because it's more interesting.
Okay.
Yes, actually I do. I think that people who tend to be withdrawn and quiet get attracted to people who are very outgoing, for example.
Technically, it does. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't because they don't understand each other because they're different. So that's also I might say yes, but you know I'm not that sure.
Okay.
And that, what else?
Okay.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Yeah? You want to elaborate a bit on that?
Oh man, elaborate.
If you have somebody that I guess is more passive and then somebody who's dominating, it could somewhat work out, but at the same time, yeah, I guess it could kind of clash with each other. I don't know. I guess it varies depending on the couples.
What is love? In the words of Hadaway, baby don't hurt me.
No more.
What is love? Love to me is 15 points in a tennis match. Love is almost... Yeah, you know what? It's become to the point where it's like not even non-existent anymore. You know, people get married just to get divorced and get half of what they have right now. You know, love is... Like, it's there, it could be a feeling, but I think love can't be described. And when you think it's love, you'll probably know it's love. If it is love, for that matter. If you want to call it though. But at the same time, you could even call it obsession. And then love could be, you know, and all these different things, right?
Yeah.
So, what is love? You'll know when you feel it.
I don't know why, but love makes me hungry.
Hungry for love and Pita.
Our own Cody McIntyre recently went to visit the Pita King. Yum. Pita.
Cody McIntyre's voice with the Journal. Today we're going to have a look at the Pita King. Pita King is a huge hit with students. Sean, owner and worker at Pita King, has been in business since 2009. He explains what his restaurant specializes in.
Shawarma, and the shawarma is an Arabic name, means turning. So when the meat turns and it cooks, they call it shawarma. Cool. We serve it with fresh vegetable. Chicken is fresh, it's not frozen. That's why we have so many customers. It's on demand. Because it's a quick sandwich, mostly we have a lot of students, working people who are in a rush, they don't want to sit down, just grab that thing, just eat it right away.
Right, so it's almost treated like some kind of high quality fast food then.
They can see what is inside the sandwich. And burger, you don't know what is in the burger, what is made of the burger. But the chicken is pure chicken. See that? You see the fresh potato with vegetables. So it's actually, you know what you're eating.
Ordering a shawarma can be done in 4 simple steps. Step 1. choose what you want to eat off the menu. Step 2, choose the meat for your shawarma, chicken, beef, or lamb. Step 3, choose your toppings. Pita King has a number of toppings, including hot peppers, beets, and classic favorites. Now that you're the proud owner of a brand new delicious shawarma, you can take it and go.
Now we have another promo. For those with weak stomachs, it's best to look away.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's go.
Starting.
Upside down fat. My chest is
Okay. Brad and I have consumed one bag. Oh, and Joyce almost has a bag.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, no. Ah!
Oh! Welcome back. The memories. Now for our final story, we have Milos on the mechanics of the popular buying and selling website Kijiji. Check it out.
So what's this ad that you found about a dog on Kijiji?
I found this adorable dog on Kijiji. He's a cockapoo and New Yorkie mix. And he's wearing a neckerchief. And from then I was sold. What do you think?
Looks pretty cute to me.
So I'm going to email the poster and see if I can get a response.
Yeah? Okay, yeah, give it a try. So did you get a response from those people about the dog?
I did. They actually got back to me pretty quick. They said if we want to come and take a look at him, we can come today, anytime.
Okay, sounds good. So we're gonna get the little dog. His name's Dexter. We found the ad through Kijiji, and we're gonna go check it out. Hello.
Hi. Hi there, little guy.
We're here to see the little dog.
Oh, and here it is. His name is Dexter.
Dexter, how you doing, buddy? Okay, you don't want to run away.
He's 2 years old. He's a very friendly dog. He's
I can
a
tell.
lot of kids, and he's housebroken.
So sweet. So why are you giving him away?
Well, because I'm moving to a condo and they don't take pets there. So,
okay.
And I want him to go with a family that is going to really take good care of him. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be us, isn't it, buddy? Isn't it? Oh, look at you. What a sweetheart. Oh, yes. Okay, so I think we've got a deal here. We're gonna take this little boy off your hands.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Let's go. Oh, look at that. You just hopped right into it.
Okay.
Thank you, bye.
Bye.
Oh, we will.
Yes, little guy. We're going for a ride. Okay, so we have the little dog now. Where are you?
Oh.
his name is Dexter, and now we're off back home. Let's go.
Ready? Okay.
So what do you think about the little guy?
He's so cute and he's smart too. Hopefully he'll bring back the ball. Dex!
And now a performance from teenage heartthrob Brad Robinson, also known as Untutored Youth, also known as Cool Guy Brad. Take it away, Brad.
Thank you. This is a new song. It's post-datum. That's the most meaningful song to me. Thank you. You married too soon. We think of nothing else we can do. I bring you the moon, the night we would ever consume. Holding you tightly, the summer holds on to their young. Kiss it so lightly, so she can forget you are gone. But how could I walk away from you now? But how could I walk away from you now? Beady-eyed, flesh-hungry bats hovered and scattered while you lay awake in your bed. Should I invite the epidemic? The property's infested with them. Well, that's what you told me. I remember you telling me that. You just closed the window. You just closed the window. No, I won't walk away from you now. No, I won't walk away from you now. Just close the window. No, I won't walk away from you now. You just close the window. No, I won't walk away from you now. You just close the window. Thank you.
That was an awesome job, Brad. Hopefully an album coming soon. Unfortunately, just like Brad's 15 minutes of fame, we've run out of time for this episode of The Journal. Tune in for another exciting episode next week with 8 more news stories brought to you by our team at Centennial College. I'm Roya Nouraei-kya.
And I'm your real host, Brad Robinson. Thanks for watching.
Hey, Brad, why don't you play us another song?
Will do. Thanks.